All right, all right. Welcome to Rant and Chill. On this video, I'm going to be ranting. On this channel, I normally chill, but here we're going to be ranting. It's baby metal related. And I probably shouldn't do this. I don't have to do this, really. But I feel compelled to because it's something I noticed for a while. And it's something that, so like every morning just about, I'll edit videos for like a short for YouTube, like a baby metal short or the warning or love bites or whatever. So I have like a lot of images on my phone, right? I'm scrolling through, I see a lot of images on my phone of the bands of baby metal. And some of them were like of the when the earlier years, right? When baby metal was like much younger, right? And as I'm doing this, I'm like thinking, you know, if someone didn't know any better and looked at my phone, just at one part, they might think I have a problem. You know, think about it. If they look through and be like, there's a lot of pictures of that girl. They might have a problem. And I started thinking, wait. But that kind of a point though, because I'm thinking there are fans, and I'm not calling anyone out specifically or anything like that, but and this is definitely not all fans, but there are some fans who like go out of their way and only really focus on like the younger baby metal years. And only really focus like when they share photos, when they post photos on X or on Facebook of like close-ups of their faces. I've seen this, you've seen this. You know what I'm talking about. Okay? Look, it's normal to be a fan of the band, to like the music, you know, buy the merch, see them, have a favorite member, have posts with the, you know, about the members, say how much you like this one, you know, that or whatever. Let me show you. Like this is hey Josie, you're gonna move out of the way, Josie. I can't see the control panel. Like my cat's right here. All right, like this. Here's an image of MOA metal. This is fine. That's fine. I mean, it makes sense. The Facebook group is called MOA's World. Makes sense. This so much though. I'm not sure. Right here, and I'm not trying to call that guy. I'm not. I'm trying to do better. Okay, not throwing shade, not anything. It's a post. What Yui metal? If all her, like when she was like a child, like I don't know what's going on. I'm like, man, I think that's much. I think that's a little much. I think that is a little much. I do. Or like, where it's like. There's Facebook groups that will like continuously just focus on MOA metal. Let's say MOA metal, and only of her like earlier years. So there might be the occasional image of like her current now, how she looks, but mostly it is the younger years, and then like the close-ups of her face, and like a lot of things like, oh, so cute, oh, adorable, stuff like this. Stuff that an uncle might say to their niece, but you definitely wouldn't say to, like, a random girl you see, especially a little girl, because you'd be a creeper. Be at least perceived as that. Okay? And, like, if you're only posting images of them in their younger years, like when they're literally children, I think there's some concern there, like especially close-ups, especially if you're saying, oh, they look adorable and things like that, a lot of hearts. It's like, okay, like do you mean that in a weird way? What's going on there? And the reason why I ask is because, you know, some people may have good intentions. They might actually just be like, hey, I think she's adorable, whatever. But there are those that like will say the same thing, but actually have other thoughts that they're not really expressing, and they hide them, you know. And it's hard to tell them apart when on the surface it's gonna look about the same, like them like really focusing on the younger years and stuff. And it's like, especially with like MOA and Sue, it's like, you know, they have current photos, they have current images, they have like more modern, because they're still touring, they're still doing shows. It's weird that you only really focus on when they were wearing the red dresses. You know, that's how young we're talking about here. And it's like, that's a little strange, bro. Like, if that's the only era you focus on, it might be a problem. Let's see. Someone who doesn't know me would look at my pics I have on my phone. A lot of them, my granddaughter. Yeah. And many of them are the AKB 47. I'm reading the chat here. I haven't figured out how to put the chat on the screen. But yes. Yeah, and that is true. That is true. That is true. What you're saying there. You know, it is an idol group, and they do. Well, I know for BABYMETAL, they were much younger. I know AKB 47. Some of them were pretty young. Some of them are 17. And it's a weird thing too, because with groups like that, especially AKB 47 more specifically, that group kind of sells the cutesy. Well, I mean, BABYMETAL sells the cutesy, but I think with AKB 47, there's a more romantic thing with it, and I don't know if that's really aimed. If that's I'm not really sure who their demographic, who their target audience is. If it's like younger boys, if it's like that, or what. We do enter a weird area though. Going back to like BABYMETAL, like, and I don't want people to get confused. I'm not saying I have a problem with people like sharing images like MOA metal, SU-METAL, and UE-METAL. I even have images when they're like, I know we're in the red dress with the black corset look. Okay, that's understandable. As a fan, you're gonna do that. Be like, oh yeah, that was cool. Okay, yeah, but like, it's kind of like if you only really focused on that and really of like the close-ups, and you're constantly saying, oh, she's so adorable. Oh, and all this stuff. Yeah, I think that's well, I think I might have to ask you to take a seat there. We're gonna have to have Chris Hansen. There might be a conversation worth having. I mean, there's a point to where you take it far with it. I mean, like for example, what Repo Bob said in the chat with the AKB 47. Be one thing to have their images right on your phone, but another thing to post it and constantly sharing with everyone. Oh man, she is so adorable. Oh man, and it might be a problem. Could be. Yeah. Like I said, like I don't know. I don't think I'll get a lot of flack for this. It shouldn't be. Like, I'm not saying I'm not throwing any sort of, defamation out there or anything like that. Not calling anyone out either. It's just something I noticed on X, especially on Facebook. And they'll have like whole fan groups specific for a member, and it's kind of like they kind of focus more on like the younger side. And it's like, oh, why are we doing that? She's like she's older now, right? She's actually of age now, but you focus on a way that's like admiration. That's infatuation. Okay, you focus, not you, Repo, but I'm talking about these. Some people in mind will talk about these members like MOA metal or UE-METAL in terms of not just being a fan, but almost like idolizing. Yeah, all right, because idolizing, and in some weird ways, it can be kind of creepy. I mean, let me throw this out here. This almost could be its own video. It pretty should be. Actually, I'm gonna say this for its own video. I will do that. Now, there's something else coming. All right, for real, for real. All right, but anyway, yeah, you guys let me know what you thought about this topic, and if it's something you notice. Like, I try to be more engaged with the baby metal community, especially on X. I try to respond to tweets and be involved in that. It's just something I noticed, and like, hey, baby metal's a cool group. I think most of the fans are great. It's just, just the ones that focus on like their younger days, like their younger look, special close up of faces, and throw all the heart emojis and stuff out there. Okay. Oh, before I wrap up, Repo Bob said the warning. Yeah, like with the warning, that's why, like, that's a good example. So, like, okay, imagine growing up on the warning, right? Well, I'll say, okay, but a lot of the baby male audience, especially in the West, are like older guys. I mean, that's kind of what it is. I mean, I've been to a baby metal show, and it was mostly older dudes. But like with the warning, yeah, I see them as kids, even now, and it's weird too because like every now and then they'll wear something that's like super tight and latex, and it's like, good God, what are we doing? What are we doing here? That's like freaking. Let's call it what it is. That's like jailbait. Okay, that's exactly what that is. It's like, what are we doing? But it's like, yeah, that's a weird area. That's something where like if someone like is closer to their age or whatever. I mean, hey, if their age of consent, their age of consent. Okay, you know what I'm saying. But if yeah, it can be weird. Like, okay, so in this example with the warning, what I was saying with baby metal. Imagine if the warning now, right? Imagine if they're only posting images of their younger selves. Because my thing isn't like idolizing the MOA metal and UE metal, or not, UE wouldn't count here because she's no longer in the group. But okay, so MOA metal and SU-METAL are much older now. They're in their 20s. Okay, it like if you took those images and you were like, oh, they're so cute, oh, she looks hot. Hey, that's understandable. That's fair game. That's fair game. But if you took like their younger images and said the same thing, that would be a little weird. That would be creepy. Yeah, 100%. And the same thing when I would say with the warning, like if you got an image of Alejandra and said she was hot, you bet I would say kind of know the age where she was on that one. Okay, I'll say avoid that one. Oh man. But like imagine someone just posting like the going either way and getting the younger version of Alejandra and Pau and Danny and posting them, and only then being like, oh, they're so cute, oh, they're so hot. I'd be like, oh, we might have you might have a condition, bro. You might have a condition. Anyway, so hopefully that explains it a little bit more and makes it a little clearer. But y'all take it easy. Have a good one.